Hello, Flosstube. I'm Chantel with 141 Design Company, and this is Flosstube number 10. Happy holidays! I hope you guys are all having a great holiday season. I know we sure are. We've been doing a lot of just kind of basic hanging out, watching Christmas movies, eating Christmas cookies, doing the shopping, making crafts. We've got a Christmas ornament painting party coming up here with the cousins, and then we have a trip to Bronner's, which is the world's largest Christmas store. It is here in Michigan and is open 365 days a year, but of course we like to go the week before Christmas when it's absolutely its busiest, because who doesn't want to enjoy that? But anyway, it's okay. I don't mind crowds. It'll be fine. And the girls love to go there every year to see all the lights because it's beautiful, and also to get an ornament. And they usually will pick out one with the year on it, or a lot of times get one with their name. Bronner's is kind of famous for these ornaments that they'll personalize for you, and one of them are these large Christmas bulbs. I grabbed mine off the tree. So this is Brian's and mine, and these obviously have our names on them. You can see they're all cracked and well loved. They, I believe, would be considered vintage at this point because these bulbs were actually given to me by my grandma when we were first married. So they're 35 plus years old and they're very special. So hopefully I don't break them as I've got them sitting here. I'm surprised they're still around, to be honest with you. I mean, the giant dog today, his tail hit one of them, so that tells me I need to move it higher on the tree. That's for sure when I put it back. But anyway, so that's going to be fun, and we look forward to that. I've also done a lot, speaking of ornaments and things, I've done a lot with my Christmas ornament stitching and continuing to move right along with my JOLLY Housewives stitch along that I've helped, I'm participating with everybody else, just like you guys are, with Fat Quarter Shop and stitching with the Housewives. The stitching that I'm doing this month, I guess it is all stitching with the Housewives. I'm kind of a collector by nature, so once I start something, I kind of like to collect it all. Does that make sense? Like I have, we won't get into what I have, but anyway. I like to collect all of the things. Right now I'll share you. Right now we have an Advent tree that I made a long time ago, and it has all the bags in it. And I got those Disney Doorables, those tiny little Disney things that are in the surprise packs. Maybe I told you about this last time, but anyway, oh my gosh, we're obsessed. I don't even know why I can't leave the store without grabbing another one of those boxes of those Doorables. They're so cute. You've got to look them up. Disney Doorables. They're these tiny little collectibles. And yes, of course, we're obsessed with them already. So anyway, on that note, I'm also obsessed with the ornaments that Priscilla and Chelsea have put together this year with the Stitching with the Housewives. So I'm trying to get the complete sets, at least for this year, done, so that I know I have those done, and then I can go back and fill in and have that collection, and then I'll probably move on to some other designers, but I kind of like to have things complete. So the first four, I'm going to share these fully finishes with you. The first four I have are, two of them are black, and then two are from the set that she did with the aqua. We'll share the aqua one, and then I'll go into those. So what I did was, her aqua, or Priscilla did it on a aqua that she had dyed, and I don't have any of that. So I went ahead, I tried dyeing, and I don't know, I shrunk it too much. It was kind of a hot mess. So it's kind of like me in baking, I guess. It's not a good thing if I try it in the kitchen. So I went ahead and bought the aqua 14 count Ada, and I did mine on that. And this is Ho Ho Ho. I was inspired with Priscilla's finishes and did the beads, get the strings of the glue off, did the beads up here for the little handle. I'm not sure what she put them on, but I put these on a pipe cleaner because I had pipe cleaners, and it worked pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Then I used some greens I had, and I mounted it on, it's got 3 layers. One of them, the back one, is the Priscilla's Pretty Plaids. Then I used the stitching stripes, I believe they're called, as that second layer. And then, of course, the stitch is the top. I then mounted them all onto a piece of board that I cut, that I painted black and distressed the edges. I didn't paint the back. And on the back, with my labeler, I put Made by Mama, Christmas 2021. My grandbabies call me Mama, and I figured in the end, more than likely, they're the ones who are going to gravitate towards Mama's stitching. Not sure the girls will fight over that. We'll hope the end is far from now, but anyway. Then the second one I finished up was Merry and Bright. It's on the aqua. This was one of the free ones, or the extra that came with, I'll look when I get into my whips which one it came with. I think it came with the one that has the houses on it that says Believe. So it was in there. This one had Smyrna stitches on it, and since I'm fairly new, I had to look that up to make sure I was stitching it right. And of course I put the Made by Mama, Christmas 2021. Just thought about signing it, but I decided to just use the labeler and do that. Then I want them all to be the same, because it did take me a minute to decide on how I wanted to do this finish. So now that I've got it kind of figured out, this will be the way I'm doing all of them. And I just glued this all together. They don't come apart. And I had a big container of silver bells, so I went ahead and used those in the top so that I had enough to be consistent and finish them all up the same way for 2021. I also did Here Comes Santa Claus. This one is on black 25 count Lugana. And again with the beads on the top. And I switched my beads up. Some of them are just more white than red, and alternated them. The greens and the bells, and a label on the back. And then the other one is 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. And this one, again, you can see, same with the wood piece. And they're heavier, but all my trees are artificial, so they smush in there just fine. So those are my fully finished ornaments so far. I'm hoping to get the rest of them. I've got them ready. I'm going to keep working right through the month of December and keep going with that. The next fully finished I did on the tag that we introduced last time. This is our wooden tag, and I did the truck that was on the t-shirt and is on the bag, and kind of I grabbed it off of the December Trucking Along chart and just wanted that part of it. I finished it. This is also done on the Lugana, and finished it with Priscilla's Pretty Plaids, some greens, and a little wreath at the top. I was running low on greens, and I found this flocked tree. I really liked them from Target in that dollar section, or the dollar spot that's kind of up front. It was a tree that kind of looks like it's going upside down, I guess. It was $5, but I was able to, chop it up and use it on a couple things. So that was kind of nice. And then I went ahead with this black ribbon that I picked up. It's really stiff on the top. Got it just sitting here in my little easel. Oh, for this one, I did put the Made by Mama label on the back, and I also made a label that says JOLLY Housewives, so that I kind of commemorated the stitch along for this month in 2021 in December. The final fully finished one I have is on our table stand tag hanger. This hanger stand also has a circle that you can hang from it as well, or you can get the tag. Let me take this off so I can show it to you. This is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It is done on 14 count Ada, and I finished it on the stitching stripes in the red with the white stripes, whereas I used the white with the red stripes on the other things. And then I hand painted the gingham onto the tag. This one is on with washers and magnets, so I'll take it off and show you the tag that I painted in gingham. This is a lot of fun. You just do some color mixing and stripe it out and then hand paint that gingham right onto it. But I put the washers and magnets on so that I could maybe use this for Valentine's Day or, you know, something different later on. This little holly is also, it came off of another sign that I bought somewhere. I just chopped it off, and I put a washer with a magnet on there because this is metal, so it clicks right on that. And that way, if I want to put a different bow up there or something, if I put a, I'm thinking I'm probably going to use this again at Valentine's Day. I'll probably just paint a table stand red or something and then use this tag over again. And on this one, that's the back. It's not so pretty, but I just threw a Made by Mama on that one. I think I want to put a little bit better backer on it so that I can finish it off and label it. I decided to go ahead and start dating and labeling things so that I had more of a reference to what they were for the future. So there it is. This was fun. Went along a lot faster than I expected it to. I thought it would take me a little longer, but it was pretty quick. So I was real happy with that. That's it for my fully finished. And on that note, I want to kind of slide over into some questions that I wanted to answer about finishing that you guys had thrown into the comments. One of you wanted to know about the magnets that I was playing around with a lot of different magnets and thinking through how I wanted to use magnets and how I wanted to use magnets and washers. The black magnets that I'd gotten just at Hobby Lobby seem to be really thick, and I seem to need a lot of them. Maybe I make my things too heavy or something, but seem to need a lot of them to get things to stick. So I tried using the Rare Earth magnets, and they're good. I mean, I've had them before, and I just grabbed some off of Amazon so you can see. And they're more expensive, obviously. A pack of 16 came like that. And these are about the size of a little bit bigger than a nickel, I guess. And they are strong. You don't want to get your fingers in there. And they're very strong. They work great, but they really need to be glued on well so that, you know, they don't just stay stuck to the washer and peel away from your stitch or vice versa. So, and I've been putting them on my stitch because with the magnet on this, I could put this, I have some metal boards and some buckets that I'd like to use, and I might decide to go ahead and put that on a metal container later. So I kind of wanted the magnet on the stitch. Well, then today I was thinking, another company that I used to buy from all the time, they are exclusively magnets, and they would always have their magnets stuck onto a washer inside the bag. But I was thinking about, it's like, why not just put a washer on both items? So one washer on the backer, one washer on my stitch, and then I can just put the magnet in between them and click it together that way. Then I can reuse that magnet. So when I take my stitch apart, like take it apart to store it, the magnets, the washers will stay with the pieces and the magnet will come off in between. And since it's a rare earth magnet, it clicks really well and holds really well. And then it's not going to be pulling away, and you can just keep reusing those magnets. So just thought I'd share that with you. I will link the source that I bought these particular magnets from. It's just off Amazon, in the show notes below in the description, so you can be looking for that. So that's what I'm playing with magnets so far. I'm not sure that's what I'll end up with forever, but I kind of like the idea of washer, magnet in between, and then I'll take the magnet and use it over and over and over again. The other question that I kept getting is what I glue my pieces together with, because like I said, our pieces come with layers, and you'll paint one layer, paint the other layer, and then glue them together. There's two different types of glue that I like to use. One of them is this Titebond Quick and Thick. This is a very quick, fast drying. It's very thick, obviously, and it dries very fast. So this is kind of nice for getting the job done. It's water-based though, so if you have to glue a really large piece together, it might warp it. But we don't have a lot of very large pieces. You know, like for instance, on the tag, this little circle is the only part that's the extra piece on this one. Otherwise, it's just the wood piece. So with that one, I just used the Quick and Thick on that circle piece, and then paint, you know, once it was painted and then distressed on that. The other glue that I do like to use though is clear Gorilla Glue. This is it doesn't dry as quick, but it is a nice option, a nice alternative for gluing up things and for keeping it from warping. So I hope that helps with product and options for that. And then let's get into my whips, and then I want to share some new products with you. So I've got the whips. This is what I've been working out of for the Jolly Housewives stitch along this month in December. I did pick up the bag, and I've got too many in here right now, but I've got 4 of the bags by Goose Design, because like I said, I'm a collector, so once I land on something, I like to kind of, you know, have it all. So I tend to stick with one. So I'm enjoying the sizes in her bags right now. Plus, she's just so adorable. I like Denise a lot. And in here, I've got the different charts as well as my floss. And the floss, you can hear it. I've got all of the floss I need for all of the different whips I have going on are on my chunky drops. The chunky drops are wood floss drops that we cut, and then I just use my labeler and put a label on, label them up, and then when I'm not using the floss, I have it just hangs on a slat wall that I have in my craft room with, you know, hooks, and I just have them all organized right there. So that way, when I am getting ready to kit something up, I just go in there and I pull off all the colors I need and put it together. This one, I believe, this set is for one of them. And this is the other, but it's like all of the floss, all of the colors I'm using in my whips right now are these colors. So those are all ready to go. I haven't got it started yet, but I did get my fabric cut. So I got my fabric ready to go, and I have And To All a Good Night ready and waiting. This one might go in. I'm sure this one's gonna have to go into 2022. So we'll just keep that back in this bag. But I do want to get a start on it, so it might be like Christmas Day I start. So I kind of I'm hanging on to it in my pile. In this adorable bag with the candy canes and the Santa in the middle, I have all of the rest of the ornaments. So I guess I don't know if I have all of them, but the other ones in the Aqua series are these 3. The Be Jolly, Be Merry, and Believe. I'm pretty sure the Merry and Bright, this chart, was a part of Believe. So I want to finish these 3, and then this collection will be complete. And I think I need to buy more aqua though. I don't have enough pieces. I only have 2 more pieces for that. So I do need to get more more aqua. Or I have another piece, but it's not exactly the same, and I don't know if, yeah, I'm going to be a freak. So I'll have to order more aqua. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be a freak about it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably going to be a freak. But I also have some of the Lugana ready to go because I've got a couple more of the, there's a couple more extra charts that came in some of these. So those are free ones. They don't have pictures, so I can't show you those. But I printed off these 3. I think there's others I need to still get, but these are the ones I'd like to do. This is home for the holidays. And since this is our first Christmas in this new house, I want to do this one this month. So I'm going to work on that one. And then I also threw Jolly St. Nick and Candy Cane Lane in as well. If I'm on a roll, I'll keep going. And then there's these 2 that are the free ones. I'll keep going and just keep moving right along. But at least they're in here and I can grab them and I've got it all ready. And I know I have the floss right there for it. So that's the bag with all of the ornament whips, I guess I'll call them, even though I don't have a stitch in those, but I bet you by the end of tonight I will. So I'll put that there. Oh, I forgot to share a fully finished with you. I just saw it over here. And then the other whip I've got going on is Claus Christmas. This one I'm working on and have a pretty good start on him. I was able to get Santa done. I went in and did all of him. So I got his little eyebrows in and everything. So now I'm going to work on the banner and go across and do Christmas. And that will be more than likely this weekend. I will get that finished up. And then in my other bag, that's in this bag, Claus Christmas. And then in this one, I have the calendar crates ready to go. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm pretty sure that's what these are. That's exactly what these are. These are the colors for calendar crates. So this little floss set on my Chunky Drops is for this one for December. And I feel like, you know what, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like sometimes December is one of those months where you feel like once the 25th gets here, it's like December's over, but really you've got quite a bit. We're only halfway through. So I've got a long time still because I'm going to keep going with my stitching through the month of December just to kind of lock in and get as many of these done so that they can be, you know, wrapped up and put in with the decorations. I forgot to show you another fully finished. I know I've shown it before, but this is also part of, I think I did these more in July. This is on the wall hanger that we have. And these are all the, I don't think they are jarred up. I forget what these are called. No, I should know. But they are in the jars, the little reindeer, and then Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus. And these are on with magnets. See, these are those black magnets that aren't as strong as the rare earth. But I've got the Santa, and these are the Priscilla's Pretty Plaids and Chelsea's Checks. These are done on chalkboard 14 count Aida. So there's that Santa. And then Mrs. Claus in the jar. And the reindeer in the jar. And in collection mind, I'm thinking there's also like a gingerbread girl. So I need to get that included in so that I know I have all 4 of those done. But they go on this wall hanger. The wall hanger comes, it's in our Etsy shop. It comes with a frame and a backer. It has hook loops. And then you just will lace it with 7/8 inch ribbon that you hot glue on the back. So you would just lay it down and hot glue it together. And that's how all three of them go together. But I have them with the magnets so that I could put different ones in as we go. So that's the wall hanger. And now I'll move into the new items that we have. Actually, we have just one new item in our shop. But that is a nativity or manger scene. I don't have it glued together, so I'm going to hold it up like this. So here's the manger. And this comes with the 3 pieces. You've got your roof line, the actual body of it, along with the star. So I definitely wanted to get a nativity or some sort of manger done this year as well to include in with my items. I've got a whole nativity area, so I wanted to have one of those. I was having a hard time finding one though that I really liked. There's not a lot, and so as designers, y'all need to make a couple more, just a couple more of those. So I'd put that on my Instagram, shared the manger scene and the nativity, and asked for recommendations for charts, and got a couple. What I landed on was, and I just color copied this because my copy hasn't shown up yet, but Lizzie Kate's Come Let Us Adore Him. So is this chart right here, and I love the simplicity of this and how sweet that is, and I just think it's perfect for the manger. So I ordered this, and that will be here soon. So I'm sure I'll have that one finished up soon, and I'm anxious for that. The nativity is in our Etsy shop, so if you need one or need a manger scene, it is there. You could also do it just as it's kind of a nice barn house too, if you just want it for a stable or something. I guess that's what it is. It's a stable. So that without the star, if you want to use it for that. And that's a new product for this week. The other new item that I want to share with you, it is not in our Etsy shop. It's a Fat Quarter Shop exclusive, but we were thrilled to make it for them. The Stronger Together Celebrating Black History Month stitch was just introduced at Fat Quarter Shop. This is a free chart. This little quilt block right here. And on the chart, it's going to give you all of the historical information on this particular one. You'll also want to head over and visit Charisse, I believe. Yes, Charisse Spain. It's So Hooked on Treasures. She's the designer of the actual chart. And you'll want to go over to her Instagram and see more about from her. And it's a fun one and can be done in a lot of different colorways. And the backer that we designed for this mimics the pattern of the quilt block itself. This has 2 layers, and as you can see, it looks very much like a quilt block, and this particular area in the center for your stitch. Now the sizing of this one, a 14 count, let me take that backer off so you can see. 14 count stitch will fit perfectly on this square. If you do something in a smaller count, that's going to be great too. It'll just be a little smaller. So this will, you'll paint this, and this will look like it's your matte backer. So you could actually paint this a different color. You could decoupage this square area, but it'll give you a border if you stitch on a smaller count. So I made it for the size other than 10 count, which if you did 10 count, it'll just hang over a little bit, which would be fine too. But I made this center for the largest count that I figured most people would stitch on. And then if you stitch smaller, it's just going to leave you a border. So it's always going to work. And then, but this is also something that I think you could put a lot of different stitches on. I'm going to go ahead and I stitched this once just so that I could get a feel for it before I did the backer. And I want to do it again. So I'm going to do this again. And then I also want to go back and get last year's Stronger Together and do that one. I didn't do it last year. Do that one and put that on here too, because they're the same size. So I can do two different ones with this. This backer is exclusive to Fat Quarter Shop. So you want to go to Fat Quarter Shop and get your chart and get the backer, get your threads, get all of your things to put that together. And to the back, the chart's free, like I said, but right here, they would really like it. You should, is do a donation to the United Negro College Fund, and the information for giving that donation, because this is one of their fundraiser charts, is right here on the chart. So it'll give you exactly where to go in the website to get that. That was so much fun, and this is a great backer. So head on over and grab that from Fat Quarter Shop today. No, I have giveaways. That's, I was going to say, there's something else I got to do. The giveaways from last week, we had a bunch of them. So let's share the winners for last week's giveaway. Are you ready? Number 1 was the chart Jolly Happy Soul, and that goes to Kathy Huff. Congratulations, Kathy. Number 2 was Lori Holt's set G. It's a Christmas set of the tiny little stitches. That goes to Kim Anderson. Number 3 was the Vintage Christmas Chart, and that's also by Lori Holt, and that goes to Charlene Marriott. Number 4 was the Small Sled, and congratulations, Dee Johnson. You are the winner of the Small Sled. Number 5 was the Small Snow Globe. Kristen Bennett, you get the snow globe. And then we had 8 of them. So number 6 was the small tag, which is this guy. The small tag goes to Enola G. Tullis. And number 7 was a set of the 3 trees. That goes to Julie McLean. And number 8 was one of our charm packs for Christmas, the Christmas charm pack. That goes to Terry Bowles. Congratulations, everyone. That was super exciting. I was thrilled to have 8 giveaways for last week. And if you will, in the description box below will be my email, which is sales@141designcompany.com. And if you would email me, please, your information and tell me which one you won and give me your address, and we would be happy to get those shipped out to you. We're going to let this ride for a week. So please get with me right away. I know it's a busy time of year, so I hope to hear from you and we can get that shipped to you. Now this week we have 3 giveaways, and then we'll do something again fun. So this week's giveaways, we're doing the Nativity. That's number 1. So you'll want to use the number 1 in the comment section below to enter for this. And then number 2, we're doing another sled. So we're going to give away another one of the small sleds. And number 3 is this table stand. So it's the stand and the hanger, the tag is what you'll get, and that's number 3. So to enter into the giveaways for this week, please in the comment section below, and I'll say it, everyone else does too. I would love it if you would be a subscriber. So if you could be subscribed to the channel, that would be great. Thank you so much. Like the video. And then in the comment section below, I would like to know if you could describe or tell me what since I shared my Christmas ornaments from 35 years ago, what's your favorite Christmas ornament? Which one's a favorite of yours? These are starting to become mine, but of course those heirloom ones are always treasured as well. So what's your favorite Christmas ornament that you have? and then list the number that you're interested in winning, either number 1, 2, or 3, or all of them. What I do for picking these is, like everyone else, there's a random comment picker, and so I'll put a 1 in there for the comments, so it will grab everybody's comment that put a 1 in their comment, and your name will get entered in for that. So definitely put the 1, the 2, and the 3 down, or just the 3 if that's the only one you care about, so that your name gets shuffled in with all of those when the random comment picker goes. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back soon. And I hope you guys, let's see, I got to find the clicker. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and happy stitching, everybody. Bye.